Well, good evening. Welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School boys basketball. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro with Phil Hill and Jim Allender for tonight's East Brunswick St. Joe's game. And let's talk a little bit, and I want to change it around a little bit. Let's talk about St. Joe's. They come in here tonight 3-10, Phil. A much different program than, let alone a team record.
A much different program than we expect from St. Joe's. Usually St. Joe's is one of the top teams in the area here, and this year they're down 3-10. And there's some reasons for that. We remember last year the problem with the young fellow Duracus they lost. I believe he's down at McCorston now. And just last week, January 18th, their leading scorer from last year, Kenny Clow, decided he was going to transfer to Wardlaw. So you got to really feel for Joe Koslik. I mean, he's, but that's the way it is, though. That's the way it is with, I tell you, with some of the Catholic schools. You're going to get players from out different areas because they want to come to your school, but you're going to lose some the same just as easy. So it's really hurt the program. 3-10, certainly not a Falcon type season, and but they have a player or two. I tell you, they have a young fellow by the name of Obi Mabako, and quite a player. Just to give you an idea, against Perth Amboy this week, he scored 30 points, pulled down an incredible 32 rebounds, and handed out 10 assists. I don't know how you do that and end up losing the game, but that's what happened. Apparently, a weaker team, St. Joe's team, than we're used to, and other teams are taking advantage of them this year.
Well, Jimmy, we look across at East Brunswick, and I don't think there's any need to have this team think about getting up for this game. I mean, it's a natural rivalry, despite the record of St. Joe's. East Brunswick's coming off two good wins this week after that loss last week to Piscataway. They're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good, but don't think that they're still not smarting from that Piscataway defeat. I think their expectations were such that they would go in and beat Piscataway. They didn't. By the way, Piscataway was lucky to emerge with an overtime win against Old Bridge, and they were down by 12 points. So that team can be had. Bo Henning had some nice things to say about his team about, well, maybe we're just not at the same level yet. There's still some maturity to be reached with the team. I think we kind of made that mention in our closing comments. But 12-1 right now. This is an important GMC Red Division game. Forget the fact that St. Joe's is 3-10. We got a good look at some of the quality players from East Brunswick last week. We saw their balance with Richie Whalen and Matt Van Leeuwen at the guards. We saw Kolheim with an excellent game. We saw a lot of depth, and maybe it's that depth with Kolakowski, Kartzman, Ajika Batosho. You got Glover as another starter. Tom Martin and John Rotter all saw a lot of action, and that may be the difference in this game tonight if East Brunswick decides to up-tempo.
Well, it's East Brunswick St. Joe's. It's always been good in the past. We expect the same tonight, and we'll be back with the tip-off in just a moment. Well, we welcome you to tonight's East Brunswick St. Joe's boys basketball contest. We mentioned East Brunswick comes in 12-1. St. Joe's surprisingly 3-10. Phil outlined some of the problems that program has suffered, and it's hard not seeing John Smoji on the sideline either.
Well, depends. It may be hard.
It's easy for me.
No. Well, Smoji's been gone for 3 years now, and Koslik's been at the helm for 3 years, and Koslik has done a pretty good job. But like I said, when you start losing players, the quality of Clow, it'd be difficult for anyone. Clow and Duracus, it's just very difficult.
The Bears are in their home greens, St. Joe's in the white. And it looks like East Brunswick, size-wise, matches up very easily with them. Here we go, and controlled by St. Joe's. Jensen gives it off to Kaminsky.
Yeah, John, by and large, East Brunswick probably is going to be at a slight height disadvantage against any opponent, but that really is obvious by their 12-1 record.
They're collapsing down on Mabako, and he throws the ball away there. They know he's a big man. Like I said, anytime anybody can score 30 points and 32 rebounds, I don't care who you're playing, he's a force you got to reckon with, and they're collapsing down on him.
Turnover by St. Joe, gives the ball to the Bears.
That's a no-brainer, Phil. Really, it's obvious that's who they're going to concentrate on.
Bears traditionally moving the ball around. Shot by Van Leeuwen.
And, you know, you got to think that he's going to have a lot of room tonight. They don't have the horses to keep up with him.
And a foul by Kartzman reaching in. Van Leeuwen makes the bucket, puts East Brunswick on top.
Kartzman in a starting role tonight.
Greg Kohlheim was sick this week, so he was out, missed the day. So one of the reasons Kartzman is starting today.
Yeah, Ben is one of the better defensive players on this team. They all play excellent defense.
St. Joe's looking for the open man. Shot taken off the rim. The shot was by Hopkins. Rebound Glover. To Whalen quickly in the corner to Kartzman. Look underneath. Ball up and about. Kartzman keeps it alive.
Nice play.
Look for Kolakowski in the center.
No, they're going to play a 3-2 zone here, it looks like.
And Kolakowski will take the shot. Rim, rebound, St. Joe's.
So it looks like Van Leeuwen's going to have all he wants from the outside, Phil.
Bears are on top, 2-0. We've just started the game. East Brunswick staying in their man defense. Hopkins has it stolen.
Woo! Just picked his pocket.
And East Brunswick come back on offense. Whalen. They look in the corner. Van Leeuwen with the ball. He'll look underneath, off the rim. Glover spins. Nice move and a good basket.
I'll tell you, the more I look at Kareem Glover, the more I realize we don't talk about him a lot. He's just a complete ball player, a great defensive player, but just a good all-around ball player.
Kartzman on a steal, and quickly East Brunswick on top 6-0, and St. Joe's has seen enough already.
They call Kareem Glover the slasher, the way he goes to the basket. And because each one of these East Brunswick players has a specific role. Van Leeuwen the scorer, Whalen the passer, Kareem the slasher, Greg Kohlheim, I don't know what he is.
Well, you can see where East Brunswick's speed might give St. Joe's a problem. I mean, they're having a hard time already here in the first period keeping up with them. And as you said, Van Leeuwen should be pretty well open tonight.
It looks like everybody's going to have their points well distributed. They obviously can do things tonight that they couldn't do against Piscataway. Piscataway was just too quick for them. The lanes are open, and the kids are already taking more chances. You can see Van Leeuwen, you know, he can pick up. As a matter of fact, he had some foul trouble.
He had foul trouble
against was it against Oldbridge? JP Stevens, okay.
And set out about 12 minutes, and the team was still able to win. And that's one of the things Bo Henning says. This team believes they can win in the closing minutes of the tough games. And he says he's not so sure he does, but he says he definitely knows they do believe it. And they've shown it in games against Westfield and JP Stevens.
Hopkins brings it up for the Falcons. Being pressured. Gets it off. Kaminsky in the corner. Shot short. Saved by St. Joe's. And a foul is going to be called as Jensen goes up with the shot. This foul is on Glover.
And you take a look, Dave Jensen, a 6'3 senior, going to the line here. And if the Falcons stand a chance, they're going to have to do a job off the boards, and Jensen's one of the people who's going to have to come through.
Bears are on top. 6-1 now.
I guess that shot by Van Leeuwen to open the game was a two-pointer.
Yes.
Okay.
Jensen, one more. So the Bears by 4. As quickly they get it up. Here comes Whalen. Kolakowski. Kartzman had some ideas, pulls it down. Whalen's all by himself and makes it. Three-pointer. 9-2, Bears by 7. First period action, 5:15 showing on the clock.
And Leeuwen with the pressure.
There's
and Whalen
the chances.
Hopkins gets it across to Jensen, and Jensen walked.
Jensen saw Mabacco on one corner and Valenza on the other corner, and was a little indecisive there.
East Brunswick will set it up. 9-2 is our score. Bears on top. Nice screen set up. Kolakowski misses. Glover right there.
Oh, beautiful follow-up.
And a little strong. And Jensen pulls it down.
Jensen with the big rebound.
Glover took a elbow right into the chin.
Hopkins looking for some help. From the corner, shot was by Kaminsky, and a foul is called underneath.
Guess they're going to get Kolakowski.
And I tell you again, I hate to belabor the point. You look at the Falcon team, it just doesn't look like a typical St. Joe's team. Usually they have 1 or 2 players from East Brunswick on the squad. None this year. Not on the varsity.
Valenza looks underneath. Mabako
Ooh.
powers his way to the
I'll tell you,
hoop.
that's exactly what he did, John.
That's the first really close-in opportunity that St. Joe's has had.
I tell you can see the way he went up, though. He's got springs in those legs.
Van Leeuwen, three-pointer, all net.
Just perfect form.
So it's 12-4 on the exchange of baskets.
You can't leave him alone.
Bears by 8. Steal by Whalen. Kolakowski to Glover. Whalen, three-pointer. Won't go. Jensen with the rebound. Hopkins. Crosses midcourt, and again being pressured by Whalen. Looks underneath for Mabako. Few
Strong
twists,
move.
no whistle. I thought maybe he traveled, but
Nice.
they let it go.
Nice strong move.
Glover showing his ball handling skills. Gives it over to Whalen. He'll set it up. Kolakowski looking inside first, back out. Glover had a thought. Now he'll give it to Whalen. Underneath, back out.
Yeah, they're
East
willing
Brunswick
to-
moving the ball well.
Ooh.
They're willing to let Whalen shoot, apparently.
Well, Willen has a touch.
Sure does.
If he gets hot on those three-pointers, he can put them up there. Trip there. Of course, he spends more time on the floor, though, than anyone else as well.
Fouls on Hopkins as Kohlheim comes in. Varsman takes a seat on the bench.
And Kohlheim, as we mentioned, ill one day this week, but seems to be okay right now.
Van Leeuwen finds his spot, puts it up and makes it.
And
Getting in that groove quickly.
I think he's going to have a big night. He's scored 31 points 3 times now, 3 times that I know of, and looks like he might have a big night today.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the quickness with which he goes up with that shot.
Bears come up with the turnover. Kohlheim, but throws it away.
Off balance, couldn't see where he was going and just tried to get it up court.
14-10's our score. Bears by 10. 2:45 shown, first period.
You notice really that the inside shot is just not there.
Mabako having trouble, stolen by Kohlheim. They'll give it to Whalen. Van Leeuwen, not this time. Follow up by Kohlheim, won't
That's it.
go.
Good strong move.
Hopkins to Valenza. St. Joe's looking to get some sort of tempo and offense. They look inside. Mabako fights his way to the hoop, makes it 14-6.
That is about the only way they're going to get points tonight.
Get it down and let Mabako go up.
Yep. East Brunswick would do well to front him.
Well, they got Kolakowski on him trying to do the job, and since Colum's coming,
good.
Kohlheim by himself. Good feed from Kolakowski. 16-6.
some full court pressure here by the Bears.
They're trying to put him away early, are they not?
Jensen will bring it up. He'll take the shot. Short. Rebound Glover. Whalen to Kolakowski.
Oh, gosh.
And they're going to call a travel.
Offensive foul.
Charge, rather.
Yeah.
I think they have instructions to go to the hoop tonight.
Well, they're loose. They look like they're loose. They look like they're going to have some fun.
Number 2 on Kolakowski.
And let's face it, of course, St. Joe's, the Bears would rather. There isn't anybody they'd rather beat. Few teams they'd rather beat than St. Joe's. So.
Well, we were looking at the record, the one-loss record career-wise, and it's surprising. But I guess because we've seen more St. Joe's losses than we've cared to mention.
Right.
7-20.
in St. Joe's favor.
Yeah, that's. Now they call the
They're
offense
gonna push
this way.
against Kaminsky.
Kaminsky has been given the task of trying to guard Van Leeuwen.
$1:15 shown, first period.
A little shoving match going on right here.
A little alley-oop, a little strong from Whalen, but retained by the Bears. Whalen will take the shot. And Kohlheim showing some jumping ability, puts it in. 18-6.
And Bo Henning said Greg Kohlheim has been a real pleasant surprise for his team this year.
Foul on Kartzman, his second.
And that's Kartzman's second.
East Brunswick 5th team foul. That's Ajibagotosho. I didn't know he was in the game.
Aji's in,
Okay.
and he's got the foul.
So East Brunswick 16 fouls, one more, and they're going to be in a bonus situation.
Comiskey looking, almost has it stolen, and they're going to say he double dribbled.
I don't quite get that one. It
The
didn't
ball
look
was
like
knocked away. I think
Yeah.
what happened, I think the official just missed it. The ball was
Yeah.
knocked away.
It was knocked
then
away.
the kid retrieved it and to dribble again, so it wasn't really a double dribble.
There's a little private game going on here between Comiskey and Van Leeuwen. If you guys can train your eye on it.
They probably know each other well, and
30 seconds showing. East Brunswick will set up the play they want. They're on top 18-6. Glover, Kartzman saves it.
a good block by Glover.
It's only 15 seconds, so they might want to play for one here.
Van Leeuwen, he'll take it any way he can. Gets it back out. Good play. Kartzman by himself. Three-pointer. And that'll do it. So at the end of one, it's East Brunswick 21, St. Joe's 6.
Phil, can you imagine East Brunswick playing a better quarter?
They're a confident team. As I said, they're coming off two great wins over Westfield and J.P. Stevens after that tight game with Piscataway, and they're feeling good about themselves, and it's showing out on the court.
Let's listen into Coach Bo Henning.
All right. Our only problem right now is the next foul, they go to 1-and-1. So we got to play tough 22 when we come back and not foul, right? Okay? Do you know what to do with the second line in the 22 defense? I mean, in the 53 defense? Do you know what to do with the half-court spot? We're trapping up the sideline. When it's away from you, go protect the basket, right? 53. Okay? Let's show 53 for a little bit. Okay? A little bit of 53 trap. You're the deep man. Half-court line. Okay? All right, on the offensive end, let's mix in a little bit of motion once in a while, too. We've showed them the open regular a few times. All right, hey, no foul, and keep playing a good D. Let's go. Keep playing a D.
Sounds like they're going to go to a 53 trap, Phil.
Right.
So we can watch what that is. But the pressure has been working so far, so he's just going to try a little different wrinkle.
But nevertheless, keep the pressure on.
Bears with a comfortable 15-point lead as we start the second period. Mentioned East Brunswick 12-1, St. Joe's 3-10. Van Leeuwen from the corner, short. Rebound, Ajibagotosho. Aji spins, puts it in.
I'll tell you.
Nice move.
I'll tell you, if Aji's developing that, he's going to be a big help down the stretch later on in the season.
And they really do need a presence like him. I mean, Kohlheim is the main leaper on the team. But it would be great for Ajibagotosho.
Be a big plus.
Yeah.
St. Joe's trying to break up that pressure of the East Brunswick defense. Jensen is fouled as he goes up from under the glass.
I think they got Aji on that one.
And again, we're seeing less and less shooting from the outside. More, once again, another team coming in here trying to get it down low against the Bears.
So the Bears have to watch it. That is the 17th foul. It's a two-shot, but they have three players with two fouls on them. Kartzman, Kolakowski, and Ajibagotosho.
Jensen back at the line. Makes it 23-7.
And that's Jensen's third foul shot. 3 points he has.
Probably the leading scorer. Rodder comes in, number 33 for the Bears. Aji takes a breath as Whalen brings it up. Bears having their way tonight with St. Joe's. Rodder across to Kohlheim. Back to Whalen. Van Leeuwen will pull it back out. Rotter looks inside. There's Kohlheim, and we got a whistle. We got a travel.
Okay, delayed call, but it's
Called Kohlheim on the travel.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a delayed call.
Very delayed call.
I think the official that called the travel was waiting to see if a foul had been picked up before he made that.
St. Joe's doing all they can just to get the ball across midcourt.
So this is the 53 here.
Keeping pressure on.
Whoa, thought he walked.
Jensen stutters, puts it up, won't go. Rebound, saved by Van Leeuwen.
Might have got away with a couple of jitter steps himself.
Glover pulls up, short. Rotter keeps it alive. Whalen wasn't sure. Looked like he was going to pull the trigger. Now backs it out.
Oh, by himself.
Van Leeuwen. Nothing but air this time. Saved by Kohlheim. Good heads-up play there. Rotter. Kohlheim will take it.
Short.
Short that time. Valenza brings it up quickly. Drives.
Ooh, offense.
And they're going to call him.
Well, Mr. Kohlheim sacrifices his body on that one.
23-8 is our score. Bears on top. 6:08 showing before halftime. Whalen being pressured. Gets it over to Glover. Van Leeuwen. Whalen drives, gives it back out. Van Leeuwen finds the opening. Short on the basket.
Well, he's been cold for the last number of shots.
And thrown away by St. Joe's. And all of a sudden, Mabako has not been a force, Phil.
They haven't gotten the ball down to him, to tell the truth. He hasn't really touched the ball. Hasn't had an opportunity to do anything with it.
Bears will open it up. That plays to their strength. That is speed. Kohlheim looks underneath. Glover.
Reach in by Jensen.
Yep.
Fourth team foul. His first.
Hey, we score with 34. Score with 34.
And I was talking about
Bears have it on the foul. Glover looks underneath, gets it back out, and Van Leeuwen pulls it out once again.
Well, looks to me like a 2-3 zone. It's
more like a matchup zone, Jim.
Brunswick is being very patient as well they can.
Post up.
And I think it's more the Bears being patient than the defense right now. The Bears are being very patient.
And heck, with the 15-point lead,
trying to pull up out of that matchup.
Glover underneath, uses the glass. Nice move. Good pass from Van Leeuwen.
Yeah, somebody took a chance for St. Joe's and
paid the price.
Extended himself. Yep.
25-8.
Here's that suffocating defense, man-to-man.
Miskey.
You can see Kohlheim on Mabako.
And steal by Whalen.
Great pass.
And Kohlheim just couldn't hold on to it. Clock moving down, certainly in favor of East Brunswick. Hopkins able to control it. Valenza a little bit far. Mabako off the glass.
The guy has touched the ball 3 times and he's scored 3 times from my view. And so the point is, get the ball to him.
Gotta get it to him, that's right. 27-10, Bears by 17. 3:30, second period. Rodder's going to take a three-pointer. Not quite. Follow-up won't go. And Mabako with the rebound.
Well, this game has quieted down, hasn't it?
Valenza.
The crowd is very quiet. Oh.
Kolheim. Reverse spin. Just misses. And we've got a foul underneath. I think it's on Glover.
To tell you, the more I watch Mabako, he's a ball player. He just doesn't have a whole lot of help there. He's on the defensive boards, offensive boards, and right now he's sucking a little wind because they don't have the ability to substitute for him. He's got to put in a lot of time.
They called Van Leeuwen on the foul, but we're in the bonus situation.
And Obi Mabako, 6'4" senior, and somebody's going to pick him up. As I said, just doesn't seem to have the players around him, but clearly a basketball player.
Short on his first one, so he misses the bonus. Quickly, Van Leeuwen drives, and a foul is going to be called against Valenza.
And that'll be the 5th team foul.
So East Brunswick will inbound it. Their side of the court. Underneath is Rodder. Feeds it back out. Kolakowski misses. Jensen rebound, and St. Joe's on the move forward. Mabako looks for his man. Cross court to Valenza. Short. Van Leeuwen rebound. Really got to tell the big boy to take the shot.
When he gets it, you're right.
Yep.
There we go.
Van Leeuwen.
Yes.
Net three-pointer.
And every time Van Leeuwen makes a three, he adds to his total of career leader for East Brunswick High School.
10 points right now. Leading scorer for the Bears.
Bears leading by 18, 28-10.
Oh, tried to force it into Mabako that time.
Rodder came up with it.
Steal, good hands by Hopkins, falls into Mabako's hands with a minute 50 showing before halftime. Mabako, nice move.
He has good body control.
I tell you, the young fella's taken 4 shots and he's made all baskets.
Van Leeuwen in the paint, finger roll,
34.
makes it 32-12.
$12 points for Van Leeuwen.
Minute 15.
And the Bears playing good defense.
They really are. There's the ball into Mabako.
Mabako spins, forces it up, draws the foul.
Okay, he finally missed one.
Rodder, the sacrificial lamb.
And I'll tell you, as you look at Mabako, I don't know the Cloud story, Jim. The young fellow, Kenny Cloud, leading scorer last year, that decided he was going to go over and play with Ken Kuchar at Wardlaw, but it certainly had to hurt his team. I imagine once you start losing, the frustration sets in, and you get to see things like that happen.
Well, Mabako has had 2 foul shots and he missed them both. So if there's one liability we're noticing, it's from the line. And he's not quite comfortable. You notice that.
Well, he makes the second, and it's 30-13. 55 seconds showing now. Looking inside for Kolheim is Glover, knocked away by Mabako.
And what this zone does for East Brunswick is it allows their perimeter people to rotate, go back and forth. And Van Leeuwen has gotten more open shots than I think he's had in the last 3 games combined.
Bears content to run it down. They own a 17-point lead. 35 seconds. Second period.
And Bears will play for one. You hear Bohannon in the background.
Whalen tries to force it, does to Kolakowski, and he's fouled by Jensen.
Boy, he had thread a needle on that one. So Jensen picks up his second foul.
And Kolakowski has really been a force for the Bears as of late. Against Westfield, he scored 12 points and had 17 points versus J.P. Stevens.
This guy's a junior.
He's a junior. He's going to be back. He and Matt Van Leeuwen are going to be back.
And Whalen are going to be back.
And Whalen. So as far as guards.
And Kartzman.
They got some good ones.
Like I say, I mean, really, the future of this team.
I think Kartzman's a senior, Jim. Ben Kartzman.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to check it out.
We're down to 10 seconds now.
It does say junior, doesn't it?
Mabako again using the glass. And at the buzzer, Whalen misses a long one. So it's halftime here at East Brunswick with the Bears comfortably on top, 31-15.
And Obi Mabako has 11 of the 15 points for the foul.
But that's just the story, Jim. It's just Mabako and doesn't seem to have a whole lot of other help, and it's really tough with the young position for the young man to be in, and really tough on the team as well.
Well, we'll take a break here from East Brunswick High School, and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter in just a moment. Well, welcome back to tonight's East Brunswick St. Joe's game. Our score 31-15. Jimmy, I know you have some scoring.
Yeah, Van Leeuwen has 12, Glover 4, Kolheim 4, Kartzman 5, Kolakowski 1, Ajigapatosho 2, Whalen 3. And Mabako, we mentioned, has 11 of the 15 points for St. Joe's.
And St. Joe's starts off where they left off. Come up with a steal. Nice play by Valenza.
Yeah, it was really good recovery by him. Whoa.
And Mabako and Kolheim are going at it.
And you can imagine what Joe Koslick was saying to his team at halftime. Get the ball inside the Mabako.
And we got a foul on Kolakowski.
Number 3. Bears could get themselves in a little bit of foul trouble here if they don't watch it.
There's Mabako, a little strong that time. Rebound, Kolheim finally comes up with it. Glover has the lane, he's got the basket.
He's the slasher.
I'll tell you, 6 points for Cream Glover.
We'll go to the hoop.
East Brunswick not giving up on the defensive end, putting tremendous pressure on the Falcons. Hopkins, he needs some help, finally gets it. Underneath, Mabako spins, fights, and he's fouled.
Kolheim wasn't going to let him take that basket.
Greg Smiles. That's, I believe, his first foul, yes.
Mabako go to the line, he'll shoot 2. Bears on top 33-15 as Mabako, 6'4" senior, makes the first.
I'll tell you, he's a good-looking ball player. I don't know, Jim, you asked me whether he's college material. I certainly think so. Whether he'd play that, he certainly wouldn't play the position down low. And we haven't got to see much of his the rest of his game because he's needed right where he is.
Well, he could fit in with some program, some small college program, who could afford to use a 6'4", strong forward.
Bears will set it up. Glover calling out directions.
Yeah, that Northeast Conference.
Kolheim, strong move to the basket, but Mabako
And he gets up.
cleans the board. Hopkins, he took a step.
And Kevin Hopkins laboring. I mean, he's doing a fine job bringing the ball up, but he's got intense pressure on him. If he spins and turns one way, someone else picks him up.
Well, to be quite honest, he could pass for an 8th grader. he really does look undersized out there.
Glover all by himself.
And Glover scores again.
8 points.
Ricochets off the glass for a 35-16 East Brunswick lead.
Here they go.
Valenza shot, and he's fouled by Glover.
I believe that's 2.
And Mike Valenza goes to the line, a 6'1 junior. So they have a few young players here. Just a few, though.
Makes it 35-17. Rebound, Kohlheim. And he's going to be fouled by Comiskey.
I got to confess, gentlemen, I've never been to a St. Joe's East Brunswick game where the crowd is as quiet as it is, and usually there's action and a very close game no matter what, and exciting game, and this is certainly a different type of St. Joe's East Brunswick affair.
Well, you remember that the Bears opened the season with a 20-point win over this team. You knew something was up then.
Kohlheim misses the shot, looking for the foul, no call. And travel by Mabako.
And Mabako looks as if to say, give me a break here.
Boy, they're letting all the stops out on this one.
And Van Leeuwen just took his eye off it.
St. Joe's had 4 players on this side of the court. East Brunswick had a free run to the basket.
Comiskey, and he's fouled by Van Leeuwen. That's his second.
Right, 4th team foul. Bears are, that's their aggressive defense that you're watching.
Comiskey hits from the outside.
And that, I believe, is the first outside shot that St. Joe's has converted tonight.
35-19. Kohlheim showing some strength to the board.
Ray Kohlheim, 6 points.
That's backcourt.
You got it.
Hey, 24. 24. You hear me? 24.
5 minutes showing on the clock. 3rd period. Bears on top, 37-19.
Really is hard for the crowd to get into this game. There's really not a lot of flow to it.
The only thing that's going to get the crowd up in this game is a dunk of some sort.
Yeah.
There's Bears.
Jensen using the glass. Bears by 16 now, 37-21.
And Jensen has 6 points.
A good tip by Comiskey. Was it Comiskey?
Yeah. Valenza pulls up, takes the shot. Nothing but air. You know the crowd isn't in it when a shot like that's missed and you don't hear any
You don't
reaction.
even hear the
Very good
mesmerized.
observation, John.
That's right, John, because they would be fiercely on each other in years gone by with an air ball.
Whalen looks inside, has it knocked away, gets it back. Comiskey.
I'll tell you, good looks there.
Good play by Kolakowski to Kohlheim.
Good movement of the ball by the Bears.
Greg has 8 points.
And I'll tell you, that's what Bo Henning is looking for. Despite the game, how lethargic the game seems at times, Bo wants the Bears to maintain their intensity, doesn't want them to be lulled to sleep simply because the opponent doesn't seem to be up to snuff. He wants them to go on out there playing their game regardless. He wants to certainly to keep them sharp.
Bears are on top by 18, 39-21. Valenza forces one up. Comes down and the basket's good, and I don't know who that young man is, number 42. I don't have him.
We don't have him listed on our program either. Probably is Dan Cartwright. Closest number we have 44 listed in our program.
Well, tonight he's going to be Dan Cartwright. Or Haas Cartwright, whatever.
Either one. Yeah, Van Leeuwen takes a rest.
Cartsman in, as is Rotter. Glover looks underneath to Rotter, who gives it back out to Kartzman.
Yeah, Rotter's a little bit shy of taking shots, I've noticed,
Well,
inside.
they don't have a lot of people that are willing to put it up.
Kartzman, three-pointer, good.
That's his second three-pointer.
I'll tell you, we're talking about putting it up, not shy there.
Kartzman has been reliable with that outside shot of his.
8 points.
42-23.
Oh, they didn't tip it.
Okay, we do have our answer anyway. 42 is Dan Cartwright. So,
Oh, we were right then.
right. And Mabako comes out of the game. He does get a hand.
Hope that's not the last we see of him.
If it is, we're going home.
Oh, picks
Stolen
his
by
pocket.
Kohlheim. Kohlheim playing a fantastic game tonight.
Wow.
Ooh, I tell you.
Rolls it in.
I'll tell you,
Baby.
nice crossover
I'll tell
dribble.
you what, after this game, I'm going to offer Greg Kohlheim a videotape for $5, and he'll see if he buys it.
10 points for goal line.
44-23. Valenza short. Whalen brings it down and brings it up.
Kartzman again.
Kartzman. Why not?
As he hits the deck.
Yeah, they're going to call Kartzman.
Yeah, that's the forearm bend now.
And I tell you, that, again, the more you look at the St. Joe's team there, the thing that's really surprising, they usually pride themselves in great JV teams as well. Anytime you have the JV tournaments, St. Joe's is usually somewhere near the finals there, and don't see the talent.
Well, I think it's a temporary snap in the pipeline because they're always going to get the horses. I mean, they and Bishop are the only two parochial schools in the county, and you're always going to get the. They do have the opportunity to attract kids that the public schools can't, and I just think they're going to continue to get good kids.
Valenza spins, looks underneath to Jensen. Jensen forces one. Cartwright on the follow-up.
I tell you, impressed with Cartwright.
And Bo Henning might be a little bit irked about being outworked underneath of the boards.
Minute 45. Van Leeuwen, three-pointer.
– 15 points for Van Leeuwen.
47-25. Bears by 22. Jensen, short.
All net.
All net. Wrong side of the net.
Oh, gosh.
Whalen looks underneath for Aji. Can't hold on to it. And we're going to
Drag
have
that.
a little step there by Valenza as Mabako
Caused by Glover.
rather, comes back in.
So Jensen goes out. It looks like his face is etched with pain, and he has a wrap on that knee.
He twisted it.
Clock down to 1 minute, third period. Aji looks.
Whoa, way open.
Van Leeuwen off the rim this time.
Ooh. Had a body block there.
Off McGuirl.
And Rotter pushed out of bounds.
Somebody was really screened out on that one.
Glover will take his time with 40 seconds showing.
This zone is.
Whalen, three-pointer, yes.
This zone is not the answer for St. Joe's.
That's Whelan's second three-pointer.
50-25. Hopkins. McGuirl.
East Brunswick appears to turn up the defensive intensity.
Whoa, he walked, didn't he?
And Whalen
What do you got?
reaching in. It's a bonus situation for St. Joe's.
And Dan Cartwright, since he's come in the game, has played rather spirited.
In and out. Haji on the rebound. Whalen will take the shot, hits it with 3 seconds showing. And that's it.
27-point lead.
At the end of 3, it's East Brunswick 52, St. Joe's 25.
Wow. Yeah, that was a fine quarter. That was a 21-point quarter. East Brunswick wraps around. They have 21 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the third quarter, 10 points in the second quarter. So they've been doing it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We may be a little off on this game and not too in it, but there are some people in this building here that are interested in this game. I talked to Rocky Knowles before the game, and Rocky Knowles, of course, the head coach of the Old Bridge team. Old Bridge nearly upsetting Piscataway. They had to go into overtime, and Piscataway just pulled it out. Of course, Mr. Bailey came through again for Piscataway. But Tuesday's the doubleheader here. We expect to be here, I believe, for boys and girls. And that Old Bridge team is Singleton, I believe the young fellow's name is.
Yes, from Cedar Ridge.
Right. Excellent ball player. And they got a few other players, so that's going to be a good game.
That is a rare sight indeed to see Old Bridge with a winning record in basketball. Any Old Bridge team, quite frankly. Madison Central, that never had any good success.
So we start the final 8 minutes of this game. The Bears comfortably on top, and Van Leeuwen gets the foul and the basket.
And gets a chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. We were so used to him hitting the threes from the top of the key. This time he gets a chance to do it the old-fashioned way.
And the way he did it with his body control is he just hung up there and just waited for the foul to be committed and then made the easy bucket.
And he is a player, I tell you. He scored 31 points against Westfield, had a tough game against J.P. Stevens, set out for 12 minutes, but still came in and scored 10 of the team's last 12 points. He is their leader. He is a player. And if the Bears are going to go anywhere, they're going to go on the back of Van Leeuwen.
82% from the line.
Makes it. So it's 55-25, the Bears by 30.
So 18 points now for Van Leeuwen, which is 4 below his average.
Good defense again by the Bears. Cartwright. And Kolheim, who's having a super game tonight, comes up with the rebound.
Oh!
And thrown by.
Whalen was looking, Kolakowski wasn't. Just a little mix-up in communication there.
Right, and this is the situation with which to find out about communication errors, and they can correct them. 30-point lead here.
You guys a little surprised that the starters are still there?
Well, you know, different rationales. The fact of the matter,
Stolen by Van Leeuwen.
When they play Old Bridge, John, they're going to have to be in and.
Ooh! One pass too many. You probably have a point, John.
Well, the point is, this is, again, it's rivalries are rivalries. You already pointed out, Jim, the record, overall rivalry record in this is 20 wins by St. Joe's, 7 by East Brunswick. So they don't get a chance to beat them. Haven't beaten them that much, but
well, Phil, let me also point out that St. Joe's continues to play a zone. That doesn't make any sense either.
Quick move, Van Leeuwen to Whalen on the layup.
The fact, well, Jim,
timeout St. Joe's.
We've been pointing out all along they don't have the man-to-man manpower to stay up with the Bears here, so they're staying in the zone.
Yeah, but you have to do something to stop the outside onslaught.
Well, basically, he doesn't have the players to stop it, whether it be a zone or man-to-man.
I'm curious as to what Bo Henning could possibly say to his team right now.
Well, let's listen in. Well, we're having some technical difficulties, so we won't listen in to Bo. But I'm sure he's pointing out some things that we've been talking about, and he doesn't want them to become lackadaisical at this point in the game. He wants to work on some of the plays.
We like your new word also.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that. I knew.
All right, you've set the stage now. You've set the stage.
It's open season.
Here we go.
Okay.
Got the pen sharp in the
It's
pencil.
lackadaisical, John.
Thank you.
All right, we got to have some fun somehow.
What John meant was lackadaisical is what he meant, because that describes St. Joe's.
Okay. Oh, it's a tough night.
Peter, do you want to jump in on this conversation? Or?
Oh, mercy.
Cartwright.
Honestly, I think they've hit one outside shot tonight.
I'm not even hearing brick or air ball or anything in this game.
Again, the fans are not into it.
And we've got a foul.
But we're going to try to stay into it.
Foul against Ajibatosho, his third.
And
Bears with a 32-point lead, 57-25.
And number 32 comes out of the game. Kolakowski, Jim Kolakowski. Fine contributor to this team.
I'm saving the rest of the schedule here for another lull, okay?
Yeah, please.
And Mbako makes that basket, so he's starting to get his points.
Phil, is this a young St. Joe's team we're looking at, or?
You know, unfortunately,
Yeah, we didn't get the years on these guys.
we don't. But Jansen's a senior.
Whoa!
Van Leeuwen, hard to the hoop.
Mbako's a senior.
You know, that's something we really haven't. I mean, this is the second time that Van Leeuwen, the first real opportunity to get two shots, he made the three-point play, but he really hasn't had to go strong to the hoop tonight. That is Mbako's first foul.
Do you notice if there's anything in favor of St. Joe's tonight, it's been they're really not a fouling team. I mean, they don't hurt themselves any further by fouls.
Well, the zone has a little bit to do with that, John.
And Aji is called, doesn't like it.
Fourth foul for him.
I'll tell you what, I might have Cartwright in my starting lineup, though. I like his pump.
Van Leeuwen comes out, and number 12, Mike Treska, comes in.
So you would think with 6 minutes left in this game and with a 32-point lead, we've seen the last of Van Leeuwen. So he finishes, I believe, with 19 points. Consistent effort, coming in averaging 22 points per game, and does what you ask him to do.
Cartwright misses. Aji with the rebound. And a foul there against Glover, and the foul will be on Cartwright.
And that's the fifth team foul. So it is not a one-on-one.
Kartzman to Treska. Rotter. Cross court. And you got to give some credit to St. Joe's. These kids are still hustling after these Brunswick players, despite the score. Cartwright. And there's Comiskey on the floor.
The ball.
And you're right, John. St. Joe's hasn't stopped hustling. I mean, we've made a little light of the game, but the fact of the matter is these young kids are out here still hustling and still putting out their best.
Comiskey from way out. Kartzman puts a grip on it. Five minutes showing left on the clock in this game. Bears by 32, 58-26. Treska gets it over to Kartzman.
Treska, a 5'9" sophomore.
Takes the three-pointer, in and out.
And he is going to be a Bear of the future, I will tell you. Had some good experience playing AAU ball this summer. And always Bohannon is trying to move along his younger players if he can, and this is a good opportunity.
Foul called on Rotter. His second. Glover comes out.
Glover leaves, finishes with 8 points.
Gets a shake of the hand from Bohenney.
Good consistent effort again by him.
Mr. Consistency.
Kohlheim's on the bench. He has 10 points.
Cartwright back at the line. It seems to be the only thing happening for St. Joe's. Unfortunately, same result. Cartwright diving, misses.
Good pass.
Rotter on the follow-up.
Okay, and Rotter gets in the books. Rotter, a 6'1" junior, scoring his first 2 of the night.
Mabako spins, has 2 East Brunswick players, and he's fouled.
I'll tell
Ivy
you
looking
what,
to see if he's called. No, Rotter is called.
26 points. It really just points out the offensive woes. We've seen them tonight. They have really no outside shooting.
Well, Jim, we talked about the schedule. East Brunswick went through it once, and that is the full red division grouping, if you will, and now they're starting on their second tour.
Right, and now this Old Bridge game, just simply by the fact that the Knights were able to play Piscataway so tough, makes this game very interesting. East Brunswick edged them.
Kolakowski's short.
East Brunswick edged Old Bridge in their first meeting. So it should be a good game. And then they have some, the schedule is rather kind to them for the next 3 games after that. They're going to have Edison. They're going to be at Edison. Edison not really strong this year. On February 3rd, followed by, we'll be back here on February 7th against a fairly decent Woodbridge team, Phil.
Woodbridge is no joke.
Yeah, they're
Woodbridge
pretty
has
good.
played well. They played Piscataway very tough. They've beaten Perth Amboy and a number of teams, and Woodbridge will be tough.
You see Mabako exit. He didn't have too many points this second half.
Shot by Valenza from the corner makes it 60-29.
Okay. Then we will...
Aji, strong move to the glass.
Then we will be playing Perth Amboy back here on the 9th, 2 days later, followed by a trip to South Plainfield. The Tigers not having a good year. And then they will wrap things up from a regular season perspective.
And Rotter gets his second basket.
Rotter on the break.
Against, they will be at Piscataway on February 13. The GMC preliminaries, which East Brunswick will not be involved in, will be on the 15th, and then the first round begins on the 17th. And we see some more players getting ready to go in for the Bears.
Looks like Tim O'Neill, number 50. And Kolakowski.
Phil, you starting to sense what how the seeds might be for the GMCs?
Well, yes, somewhat. You got to, of course, Piscataway. Nobody's beating them. They clearly, unless something dramatic happens, have to be the number 1 seed. After that,
I'd say Colonia.
Colonia's playing fine ball.
They would probably be the 2nd seed.
You got to consider them, and then I think the Bears might be the 3rd seed.
Might be 3rd.
Right.
Early on, New Brunswick was playing fairly well, but they've dropped a couple of games. I think they've had some injuries and illnesses, but you're going to have to watch the Zebras in the tournament because
and then you got
they'll be tough.
St. Peter's, of course.
Right, St. Peter's is up there.
So it should make for an interesting tourney.
It really is, but I think East Brunswick has a good opportunity to get to the finals.
No doubt about it.
And we should point out, unlike in football, the GMCs, particularly at tournament time, is not aligned according to group size.
Actually, anybody can enter the tournament.
Rotter.
Which is why they play a preliminary.
Rotter, 6 points.
68-31 with 2 minutes remaining now.
You know, you have some of the regulars in for St. Joe's, and East Brunswick's second team is staying with them.
I'll tell you, a nice move by
Valenza.
Has 5.
It's Kartzman, Rotter with the ball, Treska, Aji, and O'Neill for East Brunswick. There's Treska, and he's fouled. He's hacked, as they say, by Cartwright.
My man, Paxton.
So Benson Dan.
And again, Jim, you talked about him. Mike Treska getting a chance to go to the line, a 5'10" sophomore guard. And again, Bo giving the young players an opportunity to play.
Well, the youth on this team is, and for them to be going to move their record to 13-1. Great opportunity for this team to do well this year, but I think you have to really point to next year. Piscataway losing a lot of people.
Treska makes it 68-33. I'm sorry, 69-33. And now some replacements off the bench for St. Joe's. O'Neill knocks it away. So East Brunswick will improve their record to 13-1. St. Joe's will fall to 3-11. And we talked about the woes that this program has suffered, particularly this year. And a foul inside against O'Neill.
Thought it was going to crawl down.
Bears doing what they have to do tonight, and looking quite good at it.
And we don't have a. And that is Nick McGarl.
So our score remains 69-33. St.
Kartzman
Joe's still
trapped.
pressing.
And fouled by
Number 11.
Brennan Yanagasio. How's that? Brennan Yanagasio.
Minute 10 showing.
I'd like to see Rotter with a little turnaround move.
And score by Ajibatosho.
That's his 6th point.
Yeah.
And if you're Bo Henning, you got to be pleased with the way these 5 young men are playing together. Doing a nice job. Aji with another rebound.
Well, they're up from the championship JV team, so they know how to play.
Tressa is fouled.
He's hacked. And I believe Hopkins might have gotten him. And I said, we're talking about Treska. He was on a championship JV team, and, well, he was a sophomore. Maybe he wasn't. He was a freshman last year, so. Nevertheless, getting his chance to play today.
Makes the first, unable to convert the second. Ball's alive on the floor. So we're down to our last 37 seconds.
I'm down to my last breath.
Falls in for Kartzman with 28 seconds now.
He gets 10 points, double figures.
I'll tell you.
East Brunswick now getting set for their big game against Old Bridge coming up next week.
Good move.
And the official calling the foul.
I'll tell you, nice dive as well.
Well, Treska is getting his opportunities at the line tonight. I'll tell you what, this is a dedicated crowd.
I was just saying.
Nobody has left.
Well, I'll tell you this here. The other thing, one of the good things that's happened with East Brunswick in the last 2 games is foul shooting, Jim. They
that's a good point.
Against Westfield, I think they were 12 of 17 from the foul line. And J.P. Stevens, they were 19 of 25. So.
Oh, yeah. You can't underestimate the importance of that, especially in tournaments.
That's right.
10 seconds now. Off East Brunswick's rotter.
One more opportunity here.
Let's just pray there's no foul. Cartwright
Nice
spins
move.
and makes it with 5 seconds.
Dan Cartwright.
O'Neal at the buzzer.
Nope.
Doesn't matter, but East Brunswick comes out with a big win, 76-35 over St. Joe's.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I'd like to check the record books and find out what the biggest margin of victory has been for East Brunswick. That's got to be close to it, 76-35, a 31-point victory, and nice little springboard into to the weekend and preparation for the Old Bridge game. The Bears are rolling along on all cylinders now.
You're right about that, Jim. They are rolling along. As you take a look at Bo Henning there, he's got to be happy. His guys come to play every day. They put up a fine effort here and did a nice job against an overmatched St. Joe's team tonight. But you're right. Come Tuesday, they're going to meet a fine Old Bridge team, and you just know they'll be ready.
Well, not much more to say. The Bears really just blew out St. Joe's tonight, working on all cylinders. Good defense, strong offense. Our final, East Brunswick 76, St. Joe's 35. So for Phil and Jimmy, I'm John saying good night, and thanks for being with us.